Welcome to my views and news. Today I got some time to share with you my thoughts on the ongoing talks in Zanzibar, Tanzania between the Oromo Liberation Army and Ethiopian government representatives. Uh, can we draw some parallels between the talks which led to the signing of the Pretoria deal and the talks ongoing in Tanzania? Uh, yes, we can draw some parallels, and it seems that Oromo Liberation Army has announced a more representative team of negotiators than Tigray did. Tigray's team of mediators lacked representation of diaspora. When initial talks started, diaspora members were not part of the talks. Here, we're seeing that almost all members of OLA's team are based abroad. Taha Abdi, I think, based in UK, Professor Hassan in the US. Then Varko is based in Norway, I think. Pastor Julo based in Germany, and Jerenia based in Canada. So almost all of them are based abroad. It means diaspora is heavily involved, and OLF is heavily involved too. Taha Abdi, former OLF official. So we can say that OLA involved through Jerenia. Jerenia is representative, a spokesperson, advisor to Komsa Dereba. OLF involved too. Oromo intellectuals involved too, in the form of Professor Hassan. Diaspora community involved too. And in an interview, Komsa Dereba clearly said 2 days ago that people of Oromia will decide. They'll approve the settlement, the agreement. So I think that OLA's delegation is more representative. And I was a little surprised when OLA announced, though it has not been announced so far by OLA, but no denial from OLA as well. 5 members I mentioned are reportedly negotiating on behalf of OLA in Tanzania. Though OLA is an armed group, but the selection of negotiators on OLA side indicates that it's not just an armed group. It has its alliance with the political parties, diaspora, and people on the ground. This is first major difference, I think, between the panel of mediators announced by the OLA and the panel of mediators who mediate on behalf of TPLF. Secondly, when talks started between TPLF and Ethiopian government, first priority was to silence the guns. Immediate ceasefire was the first priority of the two parties. Here, issues are not about immediate ceasefire. There is largely a ceasefire in Oromia. Before the start of these talks, intensity of fighting decreased a lot in Oromia. So talks are not focusing on immediate ceasefire here. Rather, other issues are going to come, they're coming under discussions. The issues are mostly political issues, though there are some other issues too, like release of prisoners, Entire OLF leadership is behind the bars. Thousands of kios, supporters of Oromo Liberation Army, their fighters, their presence too. But other main issues under discussion would be political. OLA's stated position about Finfine Addis Ababa is definitely part of the dialogue. OLA's position about need for making a Fan Oromo a working federal language part of talks. OLA's position on right to self-determination obviously is going to be part of talks. OLA's position about boundaries of Oromia, about alleged land annexation under discussions. Issues are different. When TPLF and Ethiopian government negotiated, TPLF did not raise the thorny issues of Volkayat and Raya. TPLF at that time was under pressure. On the ground, the position of Tigray forces was weak. Tigray forces were losing territories. And back then, Ethiopian government was negotiating from a position of strength. TPLF was negotiating from a position of weakness. Ethiopian government had leverage at the table in talks with TPLF. Leverage is missing, I think, here. Now when talks underway between OLA and government. It's not that OLA is under immense pressure, it is going to lose ground in Oromia. No. OLA is not under any immense pressure. Only threat is that there could be start of new operation against OLA, and there have been dozens of operations against OLA so far in past years. No real threat to the survival of OLA. As I said earlier, the issues going to be raised by OLA, OLF, OLA representatives would be political in nature. And I wonder, can 5-member Ethiopian team of negotiators handle the issues? Because talks are not focusing just on ceasefire. The deal will have, if deal is reached, it will have its impact on other regions too. Maybe at some point in these talks, others will have to be involved. Future status of Finfane cannot be decided by Ridwan Hussain and Professor Hassan. All regions have their positions too. So that is why talks in Tanzania are different. Talks in Pretoria focused on silencing of guns mainly. Role of international community is different too. Though we know that talks are being mediated by foreign diplomats, reportedly IGAD is there, and OLA wants third parties to be involved to be guarantors. But it's not that OLA is under the thumb of the foreign actors. I think TPLF was more closely aligned with the US than OLA is with Norway or US. If OLA remains a banned outfit, which it is according to the Ethiopian constitution, because both OLA and TPLF they were banned as entities in Ethiopia. Later, TPLF was reinstated, delisted. OLA still part of that list of terrorists. It does not affect OLA to some extent. Problem is OLF's political future. OLF is being denied existence in Oromia. As a political party, it was not allowed to flourish, to function in Ethiopia. And the issues like right to self-determination, right to elect own leaders, these are not just simple issues to handle. Of course, OLA is going to demand assurances, guarantees. How will the government give guarantees, assurances? So I personally think this process of talks is going to take some time. If OLA wants real assurances and guarantees, it's not that just at one session things can be finalized. Ethiopian government will have to expand its team of mediators, I personally think. We could see several sessions, and at some point we could see involvement of other regional players too in the talks ongoing. So far, so good. No boycott, and the talks are being held confidentially. Nothing is coming out. International media is there. I know a few personally, but so far no leakage. It means both parties are ensuring the sanctity of the process. They are showing that they are responsible, they are committed, and they want to resolve the issues in Oromia. Thank you very much.